Hello there. Welcome to Old Man E-Bikes. This is probably going to be one of my first main videos. I had a lot of questions about, how to. I had a few people reach out and ask how to upgrade a bike on the cheap. I'm not a rich man, so of course I told them that it is possible. I bought this bike. It's the Samebike Pilot. I think I paid $12.99 for it, but I would not recommend this bike from the factory. I had nothing but problems with it from the get-go. Just issue after issue. I bought the bike in August 2023, and I couldn't ride the bike until October 2023 because the front forks were bad and the front wheel couldn't sit in the front forks correctly, so there was no way to mount the front wheel. And with customer service being so horrible, it took forever to get any parts shipped to me. So right out of the box, I figured I'm going to upgrade it. So I started with I wanted a direct drive motor. Oh, sorry for the shake. I wanted a direct drive motor, so I went on eBay, and they have a kit out, 1500 watt direct drive motor that comes with, they call it a Sabaton 45 amp controller, but it's actually an MB power controller, 45 amp, and it comes with all the stuff. It comes with display and all that. I added that to it, and at the time I had dual 48 volt batteries, and I could get the bike up to 35-36 miles an hour. And granted, I'm 265 pounds, so that wasn't too bad with 48 volts dual batteries. But from Samebike, they tell you that they're giving you 18 amp hour batteries. In all actuality, they're 14 amp hour batteries. We took them apart and checked them, and they turned out to be 14 amp hour batteries. I took them apart after the battery actually caught fire on the third charge, the tank battery from stock. So then I figured, all right, I'm going to go out and I'm going to, search for an inexpensive 60 volt battery. So I went on eBay, Amazon, Alibaba, AliExpress, and I wound up reaching out to a company on AliExpress, and they told me for like $450 they could build me a 60 volt 25 amp hour battery with a 60 amp BMS and Samsung cells. So I pulled the trigger on that. Now granted, I only have less than $1,000 in this bike, and now with the way it's set up, 60 volts, the 1500 watt direct drive motor, the 45 amp controller, I did the shunt mod to the controller, and also you can go in the display and turn it up to 50 amps. So right now it's pushing about probably close to 60 amps. And now with me, like I said, being at 265 pounds, this bike will go 43 miles an hour with me on it. With a much lighter rider on it, I'm sure we get close to 50. Not quite 50, but close to it. Because if you see here, if I turn it on, and granted, this bike only has less than 70 miles on it. But if you go on here, let's bump it up here. Pedal assist 5, freewheeling, it'll do 52-53 miles an hour. So I know it will get close to 50 miles an hour with a lighter rider on it. Then I upgraded. I wanted to be seen on the road, so of course I had the mirror. But I went on AliExpress, and the headlight and taillight that came on this bike stock wasn't bad. They were pretty bright, and you could be seen very well. but I wanted more light, so I went on AliExpress and I bought a cheap $30 kit that came with all the wiring, that plug and play. Came with this little headlight here, and it came with the taillight brake light with turn signals. So I got both of them on there. The top one is one from AliExpress that has turn signals, brake light, tail light. Let's see here. And you can see it has turn signals both sides. It doesn't have front turn signals, but that's not as necessary as having them in the back. And if you actually look at it, it looks like a face looking at you. But it turned out to be not a bad bike. Just straight out of the factory. You know, it has adjustable front forks, well, at least compression, you know. But the motor kit also came with the full twist throttle. It came with brake levers with the cutoffs, but they were cable actuated, and I already had hydraulic brakes, so I wasn't going to cable, plus cable suck. So that's a quick overview. Let me turn off my turn signal. And on the display, I don't know how to figure it out, but for some reason this battery bar, no matter what batteries I had on it at a full charge, as soon as you get on it, it drops down to E. Even though it does have some voltage sag, don't get me wrong, because it has a 60 amp BMS in the battery, and I'm drawing 60 amps. So the batteries, you know, max out at full throttle, so it is going to have voltage sag. But I hate not knowing my voltage, you know, the voltage and all, so I put in a voltmeter so I can tell the life of my battery all the time. It's not the neatest install, not quite done. I'm going to put more plastic in there and smooth it out, make it look more uniform. But you guys want it. A lot of the people that have the same bikes were asking, you know, how can I upgrade to do better? I have under $1,000 in this upgrade. And like I said, if you're a lighter rider around 150 to 175 pounds, this bike's going to fly with you on it. I was shocked to see it do 43 with me on it. That's GPS verified. Later on this week when it's nice out, it's, you know, low 40s right now, and I'm not riding in the cold. You know, 40 miles an hour, the wind cuts through you. But later on this week, I'm going to do a ride video showing GPS 43 miles an hour, 42, 43. I did have dual batteries on it. I bought a UPP battery, and the first ride out, the bike started cutting in and out, and I came home. I had them both hooked together, so it actually had 60 volts, 50 amp hours total, and the BMS in the UPP battery took a shit. It won't charge now. It doesn't do anything, so I'm working with the company to get that fixed. But one big recommendation I do and want to tell you is spend your money on a good battery. If you're going to get a battery, get a good reputable battery. You know, reach out to Powerful Lithium, or I also have a good friend of mine, Crisscrossing Wires, CCW. He builds some of the most awesome batteries, all moly cell, P42s, and I believe he's starting to use P45s now. But either one of them companies, I recommend highly to reach out to them. This battery isn't bad. If you're going to run dual batteries for 450 bucks, I would get this battery. But then get a good moly cell battery and put it down below, so that way you have amps covered. And this battery would just basically be for capacity. You know, 60 volt, 25 amp hours, it's good capacity. I've never done a range test on this yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to it because actually I'm selling the bike. I'm getting a much better bike, and I'm also starting to work with a company, and I'm going to be doing a long-term review. That's what my channel is basically about. I want to do long-term reviews of any e-bikes that are sent to me. I offer 3 videos a week for 3 months, over 30 videos of each bike, and I'm going to be getting the new Walfisk ET-7 Warrior hopefully in about a month, once they're done doing all the upgrades that they're changing on it, and we will be doing a long-term review of that. So keep an eye out for that. And like I said, the only thing I would not skimp out on is the battery. You know, get yourself a good battery. That motor, you know, for 1500 watts, it has some nice torque, especially with my fat ass on it. It goes, and it gets up to speed fast. You know, I'll show that in my next video. The only good thing I would say about this Samebike Pilot that I liked was it actually came with DI Island brakes, which are okay, but the rotors are nice 3mm thick, like motorcycle rotors. That's about the only good thing I would say about the bike. Other than it rides okay. But I don't recommend buying one unless you're planning on upgrading it, because out of the box I had nothing but problems. Customer service sucked. So if you have any questions, please reach out and ask me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And please like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for that new Walfisk ET-7 Warrior, because it is coming soon, and we're going to be doing a bunch of reviews on that, over 30 videos in 3 months. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Peace out.